theater experience. This is where we're really going to start getting into creating your character. And this all is going to come from you and the observations and the response that you made to the gallery. We're going to use several different exercises to get you ready to develop your character and really start to flesh them out and bring them to life. So the first thing is, now that we've seen what historical portraits look like, let's think about how to make our own. You're going to draw your character's face with paper and pencil and any other type of art supplies that you may want to use. Now, as you draw your character using art supplies, try to think about how they look and what that communicates to your audience, just like we talked about with the gallery. So think about their facial expression and what emotion you can see in the portrait. Try to remember some details. Are they wealthy? Are they working class? Do they have stuff they're carrying or holding? Think about what's important to them and how you can show that in your drawing. When you're done, you can use a matted frame to you'll use that to frame your portrait, and you can also decorate the frame as well, just like in the gallery. So we're going to provide you with an opportunity to draw your character first. So take some time to draw your character, and then we'll get up and do some acting exercises to help you develop your character. I can't wait. We've provided some ideas on how to draw a portrait in the teacher materials. But here is a good way to draw a face. This will get you started, and you can take some time to draw on your own. Take about 20 minutes to draw your character. Let your imagination guide you. Your character can be as simple or as elaborate as you wish. If you run out of time for the final details, you can finish your drawing as homework. Welcome back, everyone. Did you finish your drawing? Do you have more you want to do? You're welcome to keep decorating it, but let's move on now so that we can get to our acting exercises, which are the best part. So we're going to transition now into a movement game, and this is where you need to get up out of your desk or make some space around your table or stand up. And let's shake out a little bit. Get ready to move. Remember our shakeout from earlier? Let's do a quick shakeout. So let's remember we have one arm up for 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shaking it out. Other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now one leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Woo! All right, did we get some blood flowing after sitting and drawing a lot? Good. All right, now we're going to talk about tableau. And tableau is a very fancy word for basically saying a frozen pose. Now, actors use tableaus a lot. It helps us start a scene or end a scene, or maybe give an idea of a moment in time. And so basically what a tableau means is a frozen pose, just like a portrait. A portrait is a frozen pose, but it's a painted or a drawn or a photograph of a frozen pose. This is live theater, and so we are going to use our instrument, our bodies, and our faces, and our imaginations, not our voices, because tableaus are typically silent, to create some sort of pose that communicates our character. What I'd like to do, though, is start with your drawing. So find your drawing. Let's take a look. Here's mine. It kind of looks like me a little bit. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to make her really different than me. So we'll have to do that a little bit more in the acting for me. But this is my character. I haven't decided her name quite yet, but I think she looks kind of happy in this portrait. So I'm going to try to reproduce that and see if I can match her pose, her tableau. She's got a big smile. Her mouth is kind of open. Her eyes are open. Let's see what I can manage here. What do you think? I'm going to add my arms though, because even though her arms are in the portrait, our arms will add some character dynamic. So I can tell more of the story with more of my body, which is fine. You can do that too. So on the count of 3, let's all hit a tableau pose matching our portrait. All right? So take a good look at your portrait. Try to mirror it. You can hold your portrait out in front of you. Try to mirror it. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Hold it so everybody can get a good feel for where it is. And relax, back to neutral pose. Neutral position, remember that stacked position. Neutral means we're ready to go anywhere at any time. All right, how'd you do? You think you got that first one? Okay, now we're going to do that 2 more times for a total of 3 tableaus. And we're going to tell a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. And every tableau needs to have a different emotion. So I'm going to change my emotion from my portrait, and something happens in the middle. There's some sort of problem in the middle. So number 2, there's the problem. And then number 3, we find some sort of solution to the problem. And only in tableaus, only in our frozen poses. So for example, my first tableau will be matching my portrait. And then my second tableau, my character has the problem of being really hungry. So I want to say, we're going to start to see a little face. We're going to have that grumbly tummy thing happening. Kind of a little grumpy, you know, do you get grumpy when you're hungry? So I'm going to find my frozen position in my hunger emotion. Oh. All right, and then I'm going to solve my problem on the third tableau by getting a sandwich. Okay, now it's your turn to try. So think about your 3 tableaus and the story. Don't think too much, just kind of let it come to you. Go with that first gut instinct. So we know that the first tableau is your portrait copy. So you're going to take the pose like your portrait. All right, and the second tableau is the problem. What's your character's problem? It could be anything at all. Maybe they're hot, they're cold, they're impatient. Maybe Maybe their dog is barking. Maybe they need to go exercise. Maybe somebody's tickling them. What is the problem while they're getting their portrait painted? All right, then on your third one, how do they solve that problem? And that pose needs to tell that story. All right, let's do it all together. I'm going to count backwards. 3, 2, 1. You'll hit your first tableau. 3, 2, 1. You'll hit your second tableau. 3, 2, 1. You'll hit your third tableau. We'll do it all together. Here's your practice run. You ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And back to ready position, neutral pose. How'd you do? You can practice as many times as you want, but you don't have to think about it too much because we're going to move on to the next exercise soon. Go ahead though and stop the video and share your tableaus with your class. Maybe break up into groups and you can take turns showing each other. Have fun!